Great question, Ray Rex Mendoza. I have this frequency of urination at night. We call that nocturia. Is there any lab test to correct this? I am a type 2 diabetic. All right, so being a type 2 diabetic and getting up in the middle of the night to urinate, I would venture to say that the insulin resistance and the diabetes has actually made you have an enlarged prostate, and that the enlarged prostate is causing the nocturia, or the getting up in the middle of the night to urinate. Type 2 diabetes, or diabetes in general, when it goes unchecked, it makes you urinate a lot during the day. And if your issue is just urinating a lot at night, or nocturia, then that is more so of a prostate issue. And I am a huge advocate for prostate massage. You know, speak with your doctor. Make sure your doctor is comfortable with it, and we can massage your prostate from externally with a great prostate massager that you're just going to put kind of underneath, right in the perineum area. The good thing about your external prostate massagers too, you keep it clean, clean it afterwards. And if you have a partner, this is great to use with your partner. You can, if your partner is a lady, you can use it on her clitoris. You can, if your partner is a guy, you can use it in a variety of places too. So the great thing about an external prostate massager is you keep it clean and it can be ready to go in a variety of different situations. The way the prostate massage helps with nocturia is that due to the location of where your prostate is located, your prostate wraps around your urethra. So it's a prostatic urethra, and your urethra is where urine passes through. Not only does your urine pass through your urethra, your ejaculate passes through your urethra. So your urethra is kind of like this conduit for fluids. The problem with when your prostate becomes enlarged, it can become an irritant to your bladder, but also an irritant to your urethra. And what prostatic massage actually does is the prostate massage can then pick up the slack, can actually help soothe your prostate, help reduce irritation, and help reduce nocturia, believe it or not. So I'm a huge advocate of just hands-on types of things. When you start to realize that some of these things aren't working like they should, you want to get involved with it. So let me play you a little bit of a video on how the external prostate massage is going to really impact things here. When you are, let's see, here we go. So what you're seeing here, and let me click on edit so I can actually draw on it. What you're seeing here is this. This is actually our prostate. Let's see, are they going to let me? No, they're not going to let me. I'm in the wrong app to draw on it. But see this little orange thing in the middle here? This represents your prostate. What's sitting behind there, the pink thing, that represents your rectum and your colon. And then of course you know what this other part is, right? Everybody recognizes that. So what we're going to do is just show you how, as you're going through this process and your prostate starts to swell, a normal prostate, urine is flowing normally. As your prostate starts to become inflamed though, what we see is some of that urine actually starts to get stuck. It's not flowing like it should or would normally. And what happens when you're doing a prostatic massage is that the vibration frequencies and the sonic waves are passing through, and they are calming that prostatic tissue, and they're basically bringing things back to a state where the urethra is not as inflamed as it used to be, so that things can flow normally. So it's great. And of course, it's going to actually improve the flow of ejaculate, which is this white stuff that you see flowing here. So for anybody who has nocturia, I want you to have that conversation with your doctor. Talk to him or her about prostatic massage. First thing that they're going to do is try to put you on one of the prostate medications. But say, okay, doc, I respect that you want to give this to me. Do you mind if I try some natural ways first? Do you mind if I try integrating more pumpkin seeds, maybe some pumpkin seed oil, and prostate massage? And they'll likely say, sure, give it a try. It probably won't work, but give it a try. And then you can knock things off gradually, right? So you can try some of the more natural things. And then if they don't work, say, doc, I tried this and I tried that. Didn't really see much success. What was the medication you were talking to me about again? And by then, you will have done some research, looked at some of the videos that I've posted on prostate medications and things to look for, and then you're actually approaching it in a more informed piece, right? Because prostate massage has been around for years. It's been around for centuries. This used to be something that in physicians' offices that we did, and it has fallen out of favor because there's no money in a damn prostate massage. Just a dirty glove, right? And the real money is in the medication. So this part of just optimizing and taking things into your own hands is really part of this. It's like, okay, what can I do naturally? In our session last week, I have a stiffness training that I have a bunch of gentlemen in, and we were doing a live Zoom. And one of the things that I wanted to make sure that I brought from that here is this concept of being kind of your own health detective. So you are your own best doctor. And I don't mean that because you've gone to medical school and you've done this and you've done this, but because you know your body better than anyone else. And so a gentleman in the group had started on a medication or a supplement, and he feels like things started to get worse in all parameters of his health after he started taking it. And his question was, could this really have been that? And my answer to that and my challenge to you is that anytime you start doing anything regularly and you feel like it's having a negative impact on your health or your life in some way, shape, or form, then you know better. You know that is not a positive thing for you, because you can go and read all of the different things on Google, watch all of the YouTube videos about fish oil, for example. And then you start it and you're not feeling any better. As a matter of fact, you feel like you're feeling worse. Guess what? You need to come off of the fish oil and make note that the fish oil did not make you feel any better. But I want to challenge you one step further than that. Is let's look on the bottle and see what's in the fish oil, right? Is this a quality fish oil? Is it in glass? Is it in dark colored glass? Is it, does it have a funny smell? Where are they getting this fish oil from? So sometimes it's not necessarily the supplement that's not doing you right, but it may be the manufacturing process of the supplement, or it may be the added ingredients of the supplement. So what you really want to start doing is being your own best doctor, your own detective, and making note, not just with the supplements, but with the food. Oh, Dr. Rachel said pistachios are great for the D. So I'm eating a handful of pistachios every day for a month. And then the next month I notice I got poor energy. I don't feel good. I'm feeling nauseous. Well, let's see. What did you do the month prior new? Well, I started eating those pistachios. So see, you're your own best detective. That's ultimately, too, why sometimes I say, get a supplement that just has a single ingredient. Because if we take a supplement and it's got 20 different things in it, and you take it and you feel like crap or it didn't work, now you've blamed everything in that bottle. And it may have just been one thing in there. So you want to go slow, you want to go simple, and you want to pay attention. And if you have a bad memory, write it down. Write down what you ate the night before. And then if you feel like crap the next day, go back and look at it. Because just because broccoli may be great for me, it helps my phase 2 detoxification. It makes me feel good. I feel great the day after broccoli. I go smoothly. Doesn't necessarily mean that broccoli is going to have the same impact on you. So you've got to be your own best detective and take all of this information that you're finding out from me, some of the other people you follow, some articles that you read, some things that your doctor, and figure out what worked for you. Because it's much cheaper to do that than it is to order all of the tests that we order to try to figure out what works for you and what doesn't. You know, you can come in and see me, and if your budget fits it, I mean, I can order about $2,000 worth of labs that can give us all types of data and information. But a lot of that stuff you can find out on your own by doing trial and error, by keeping a food diary, by checking to see what particularly are you sensitive to, what works for you and what doesn't. And then ultimately that can help lead you into a healthier space. And then you don't have to wait for your doctor to tell you something's not working for you. You know in advance because it made you feel like crap, right? So that's what we want to do here, is consistently layer on your educational resources so you just become stealth at this whole thing of staying as healthy and as optimized as you possibly can so that you can stay stiff. You know, I always say it all the time, you know, I am healing the world 1D at a time, right? And so also what I'm huge on is trying to keep families together. That is a big thing for me. You know, regardless of what who your family consists of, I want to keep your family unit together. And honestly, I feel like if we can get the sexual energy between the two of you stimulated in the right space, then that's one less thing for us to worry about, right? Honey, we may be broke as hell, but we had some great sex last night, and I feel good about trying to go out and conquer this world, right? So that is ultimately why it's so important that this sex piece, you know, that you're able to express yourself sexually in whatever environment you want to, because it just makes you feel better, right?